Let's say Muhammad ya Rasulullah. Muhammad ya Habiballah. Muhammad ya Rasulullah. Muhammad ya Habiballah. Your noble face always had a smile. You walked with grace, gentle as a child. You taught us to be a mercy to mankind. You spread God's peace throughout all the land. We say salam to Allah mean. You guided us to the perfect way. Let's say Allah, 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 Muhammad ya Rasulullah. Allah, Allah, Muhammad ya Habiballah. Allah, Allah, ya Allah, Muhammad ya Rasulullah. Allah, Allah, ya Allah, Muhammad ya Habiballah. I try to stay strong and stay true to your way, 'cause I want you to be pleased with me. Allah ya Allah, Muhammad ya Rasulullah. Allah, Allah ya Allah, Muhammad ya Habiballah. Allah, Allah ya Allah, Muhammad ya Rasulullah. Allah, Allah ya Allah, Muhammad ya Habiballah.
You're listening to CVFM Ramadan Live.
You could try to turn off the sun, I'm still gonna shine away, yeah, and tell everyone we're having some fun today. We can go wherever you wanna and do whatever you like. Let's just have a real good time. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Drive Time on this Tuesday afternoon. And this is the Phat family show. And welcome to you. If you just joined us, big thank you to Brother Faisal Sultani for the last 2 hours of Ramadan vibes. He was talking about social media and the different platforms and how people utilize it. We are utilizing it today. We are utilizing Facebook today. If you are on that particular platform, then you can join us on Ramadan Live page. We are broadcasting live on there as well. Also on YouTube, if you search for CVFM Ramadan Live, you'll be able to catch us there. Make sure you like and follow the page as well. We've just this Ramadan, in fact, maybe about a week ago, started using the YouTube channel as well. So a lot of people that like to use their televisions, a lot of people have smart TVs, that like to watch the programs on there as well. So you can search for Ramadan Live on there. It's a Tuesday, and being a Tuesday, we're going to be having a bit of a focus on health and well-being, because Tuesday is the Phat family show, and I've got some studio guests as well as ever. Not in the studio, unfortunately, but they are virtually here with me. And we're also going to share a new video with you, which we've released on the Ramadan live page as well. It's a daily workout for you guys. So you know that we are giving away this fantastic tablet as part of this competition. So what we are asking you guys to do is watch the video, follow the exercise. In fact, we got a little segment that we'll be playing every day, and we have been during the day as well, where when you get that prompt and you'll get the instructions, follow those and do a little workout with your family members in the household as well. And just record a little 30-second segment of the workout, or if you do anything else, gardening, window cleaning, anything that's going to get you fit and physically active, basically. We are requesting you to send those videos in on 01642688104. So I do have a studio guest as well, and today we're going to have a bit of a focus on mental health and well-being as well, because we've been isolated in our homes for how many, God knows how many weeks now, and a lot of older people especially that haven't been out as well. So that does have a toll on people's mental health as well. So we'll be talking a little bit about that, how to de-stress. I know I was thinking of like pulling my hair, but I am going anyway today. So I will be going to my guests first of all and see who is on the telephone lines first of all. Not the telephone lines, but you know what I mean. See if we can add this guest first of all. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam, you okay?
Oh, Shazia, I can't hear you now. What's going on? Let me try that one. Try again. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam, you okay?
I'm fine. How are you doing? Are you okay?
Good, alhamdulillah. I think we're all getting a bit tired now, aren't we, with the Ramadan? I think when you
it's flown by. I think sometimes the first 10, 12 days, the excitement of Ramadan, and then sometimes the lack of sleep and just wears you down slowly in the middle half of it. So yeah, I was going through a couple of days like that, but alhamdulillah, seeing we approaching the last 10 days of Ramadan, then we're going to get reinvigorated again. So we've been obviously on a Tuesday talking about health and well-being, and with yourself with Noor Fitness as well. You guys have been quite active or very active in the community prior to this lockdown. So one of the things that you have been working on is on mental health and well-being. So just from your point of view, what sort of things have you done previously to make the community aware about mental health issues and how people can access support?
So over the last couple of years, especially when we first opened up Noor Fitness, we realised that mental health was something that was very prevalent within the BME community. However, as you can imagine, Idris, it's not something that people talk about. I still think till this day, there's a lot of stigma attached to it. It's a very taboo subject. And I think there's a lot of misinterpretation and misunderstanding about mental health. So as Noor Fitness, what we've tried to do over the last couple of years is try to break down them barriers, break down them myths, try to sort of help people see what mental health actually is. Because I think a lot of the time when somebody, for example, is ill, they've got cancer or they've got another illness, people can understand that, they can empathise with them because it's something that people understand. You've got cancer, you're ill, or you've got diabetes, you're ill. But I think with mental health, because it's so much more invisible, it's something that's a lot harder for people to recognise and empathise with. And because of that reason, a lot of people don't understand it and they don't recognise it. If they don't recognise it, they can't accept it, and then they don't go out to get help. So what we've tried to do as Noor Fitness is try to break them barriers down and try to help people to understand. So we've done lots of different things over the last couple of years. We've done several campaigns, we've done several videos online, and we've also developed our own programme, which is Introduction into Mental Health, but looking at cultural side of things as well. And that has been a very, very emotive programme that we've done. I think over the last 5 years, I think, mashallah, we've had about 200-300 ladies on it, and every time, and I'll say this every single time when I've done that program, the first 2 sessions are heartbreaking. They are literally heartbreaking because not a lot of people have that platform to talk about mental health. So to be able to sort of provide that type of platform has been very rewarding for us as No Fitness. And we hope that we can keep continuing in this work to sort of raise awareness and make people aware of what it is, because it's something that's it's real. It's just as real as diabetes and health issues, and heart problems and cancer and so on. It's just as real.
And even more prevalent, because I think at some point in our life, 1 in 4 of us will experience some sort of mental health issues. So it is very, very common, and I think people need to recognize that fact as well. So I will go to that as well. We're trying to get Nadia on there as well. So I'm not sure why she's not able to hear us at the minute. So let me just try and add.
When you have to log on, you have to do the mic thing.
Yeah, so maybe she hasn't given permission. So I'm going to try and see if we can have a chat with Nadia as well. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us, Nadia?
Assalamu alaikum. I can hear you, Idris. I can't hear you, Baj.
Or you can't hear Shazia?
Okay.
No. Are you okay?
I can't hear me.
Oh, that's a new one to me. Normally it's straight through.
But I can hear Nadia though. I can hear Nadia. I don't know if you can't hear
I
me.
can't actually hear what you're saying. I can hear Idris, but
You'll have to be our communication go between.
So
sign language.
so talking about sort of mental health and well-being. So Nadia, as someone that owns a local business, as a mother, as someone that's gone through lots of turmoil, both financially, business-wise, lots of things can get on top of you. How do you cope with all this additional stress and pressure that people take, and obviously that affects your sort of mental well-being as well? So how do you deal with things like that, both from a personal perspective and what you see wider in the community?
It's definitely not easy. I wouldn't say it's easy. Anybody can do it, but there's help available. Like I've always been a very positive person about anything. I always think positively, and I think that helps more than anything. It's just, even if the world is crashing down, just find a few things to be grateful for and positive for, and you'll find them. And as much as it is a taboo subject within our community, and we're hoping to break that taboo, is counselling. Counselling is amazing. I was having panic attacks every week. I couldn't cope anymore. Literally everything just came crashing around me, and I had to take counselling. And alhamdulillah, it's helped a lot. It's helped a lot. I think it's very, very important not to compare yourself as well to other people, not to put that additional pressure on yourself. It's bad enough having to deal with the pressures your own life is facing, but to compare and say, oh, this person's coping so well, or this mum is coping so well, she's cooking every day, she's cleaning every day. And I think it's what we see on social media is only what people want us to see. It's not really what goes on in the background.
I think that was going to be my next question, because I think lots of people compare their life and their family situation with other people, and that project this perfection on social media. And in reality, that isn't like that. But people then bring themselves down as a result of that.
I recently read a Facebook post, and it was heart-wrenching. It was a mother, and during this lockdown now, and she had no support because obviously it was social distancing. And she couldn't cope anymore. She was a single mum, and she wrote a big letter and left a key under the door. And she said, "Don't let my children find me." And she killed herself. And she said, "All I can see is on Instagram and Facebook, all these mothers homeschooling their children and cooking for their children and doing activities and exercise." And she goes, "I haven't got the willpower and I haven't got the strength to do it, and I'm not worthy." And that made me cry, because I've been in that place where I just felt not worthy. And I thought, we have to be so responsible when we're posting online. We have to show that it isn't all glitter and glamour and it's all perfect homeschooling. It's important to show. Sometimes we show one corner of the room where we've done it up ready for social media. We won't show the rest of the mess. And exactly. I think that's really damaging. It's setting the standards so unbearably high, and it has a massive effect on mental health.
Shazia, what sort of role does social media play on people's mental health issues? Because I think, well, what's your take on it, first of all?
I would agree with Nadia. There's two sides to social media. So you've got the one side, which is really good. You get lots of information. Like, for example, you can pick up, I've picked up loads of recipes. If somebody's done something, especially because I'm a fitness person, if I've seen a new fitness routine, it's great. So for information and to catch up with friends and family, I think it could be quite a positive thing for you. However, like Nadia's described, you've got the other side of it where people sort of only put on what they want people to see, and that is not the real picture. And I think especially for the youngsters nowadays, this newer generation, where social media is like second nature to them, where it wasn't to us. Because I think some of us in our generation still learn to differentiate, but I think for the younger kids it's even harder. I think it can be really damaging for somebody's self-esteem and their self-image when you're seeing, like you said, Nadia, I've seen some food on there and I thought, Laji, my food does not look like that when I make it. But I'm quite a confident person, so for me I might think, okay, I can't do this good, but I can do that good. But if you don't have that confidence in yourself and you're at a very, very low point, that could potentially have a very harmful impact on you when you're seeing this ideal world on social media. So I'd say it's got two sides to it.
Okay, so Nadia, in terms of getting support, or you said you had okay, I'm not sure why there is, but
could you hear me? By the way, could you hear me?
I can see
no,
you.
she couldn't hear you. So I'm not sure why that's happening, but it's the first time we've had that issue where the two guests weren't able to hear each other. So we'll try to manage as best we can. So, and Nadia, in terms of counselling, how effective was that for you personally, and people that might be going through some sort of mental health issues or depression, and would you recommend them accessing that service as well?
Definitely. I think for me, one thing it taught me was to slow down, was to not put that much pressure on myself, and it's okay to feel how I'm feeling. It's okay to have a down day, because I'm the kind of person that just puts pressure on myself constantly, that I need to do everything. I never ask for help, and that's really damaging, both mentally and physically. And it's very important. These services are out there, and it's really important to approach them. All you have to do is talk, and it's all confidential. No one's going to tell anyone anything. They're bound by law to remain confidential. And I found that it slowed me down, but it made me more productive, if that makes sense. It taught me how to control my emotions a lot more, not to break down at every little thing, and it told me to control and recognize my triggers as to what's causing panic attacks, things I didn't even realize I was upset about. So it's very important.
Okay, so you definitely recommend it, and it certainly made improvements in your life and your mental health and well-being. So, as a busy mum, as someone that runs a business, and given the current scenario and the current climate that we have, how are you managing to cope with DeMello and everything that goes with that?
Well, DeMello has been closed since Mother's Day, and today, alhamdulillah, is our first day back open for deliveries. So we start deliveries today. So, I took it easy for 6 weeks. I did all my workouts. I spent time with my children, did everything I wanted to do. And now the businesswoman's kind of kicked in again. I thought, no, we have to take control again. So I've took this lockdown. It had, I cried for the first week. I'm not going to lie. It was a shock to my system. I went from being around everybody to nobody. But I thought, everyone's in the same situation. This time will pass. We'll just take each day as it comes. And my boys are getting older, so I was grateful for the time I got to spend with them now. We really, really bonded over this time. And now we're starting off the deliveries today. So it's back to hectic again, but it's good hectic. It's nice because I'm starting to talk to all the customers again, and it's nice to see how the people are doing. So alhamdulillah, DeMello's doing good. Still here.
Okay, so you're starting doing deliveries. Well, what's Ramadan special for you today?
We're doing Faluda today. We're launching the Faluda and the rainbow cake.
Okay, sounds good.
So 6 o'clock today. You can order everything on onedelivery.co.uk.
Is that an app you can download or on the website?
You can download the app or just go straight onto any web browser. Just
what is it called?
onedelivery.co.uk.
onedelivery.co.uk, and check out DeMello's. And that food sounds nice. I'm sure Shazia is agreeing with you. Heard what Nadia is saying. She's saying she wants one as well.
I don't normally eat Faluda, but their Faluda is really nice.
Now I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me? You see, I'm not a Fluda person, but your Fluda is nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it is much
got
nice.
rainbow cake, you know, everything, whatever you want. Pink tea.
Oh.
And your green tea.
Oh yes, of course. My most famous. I'm so well known for it, Anna. Everywhere I go.
Okay, that's enough of the Mutual Appreciation Society. So, yeah, do check out Jamalo's on One Delivery, and inshallah, they'll look after you if you want something nice, something different for iftar this evening. And Nadia's come on here and talking about mental health and well-being. And we have some videos that we are publishing, and also if you'd like to enter the competition, it's very easy to do so. We're asking for you guys to contribute a 30-second video on you doing a workout, whether it's a bit of football, whether it's a routine that you can follow, one of the new fitness trainers that we are sharing, whether it is doing a bit of gardening, window, anything that gets you moving, anything that gets you physically active, and what we want is a 30-second clip. Send it to us on 01642688104 on the WhatsApp number, and then what we'll do is we'll enter you into the draw for this Samsung Galaxy tablet. So Nadia, one last final word for you in terms of mental health and people that might be suffering as a result of this lockdown, as a result of their personal circumstances, whether it's marriage, financial issues, home, whatever. People have 1,000,001 reasons that they can use to be down. And what's your advice to them, both in terms of looking on the brighter side of things, but also in terms of accessing help and support?
I think it's really important not to be so hard on yourself. It's really, really important to accept how you're feeling, and if you need help, we're so lucky that we have social media. You can turn anywhere for help, and there's so many places there that will help you. You've got a lot of organizations, local, international, national, that will help. And my door's always open. Well, social distancing, but we'll talk in the garden. My phone's always there on. If anybody needs to talk, if anybody's feeling low, and just take the time now to relax before the whole rat race of life starts again. And in regards to domestic violence or anything, it's I put a message out recently that if anyone's ever stuck in a position where they need to ask for help, just inbox even me or anyone asking for makeup, and that's it. We can help. It's just a little behind the scenes thing that we have that people can use to ask for help. There's a lot of them going about, but I sent that out and I actually got a response, which surprised me, but I was glad I put it out there and I helped somebody.
Well, we have been asking for makeup, and that's not as a result of.
Shampoo, please, if you need it.
I think that might be a bit of a giveaway for me, but I'll bear that in mind. So, Nadia, thank you so much for taking 10 minutes out of your busy day today, and we're going to let you get back to your deliveries and preparing orders for your customers. But I do appreciate you coming in. So, Shazia, do you want to say goodbye to Nadia?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'll just take this moment, Nadia, to thank you on air, because whenever I ask this girl for any help or support, she never says no. And especially with mental health, I think you're quite passionate about it, aren't you? So it is, New Fitness really appreciates you. And I miss that around her too.
Thank you for providing the platform. Anytime, bud.
Thank you.
Take care, and thanks for your contribution today. So I've clicked on the wrong button, took the wrong person out. So that was Nadia, and we're going to go to Shazzy, shall we go to this workout video, share with our viewers and our listeners as well. So let's get to that. And this is about 10 minutes, so we want you to do some breathing exercise, a gentle warm-up, and we'll be back right after this, so don't go anywhere. So let's play this, and then we'll get this on the air.
Hi, I'm Gemma. I'm a personal trainer with Nerve Fitness. We're going to be doing a workout today. So the first thing that we're going to do today is just work on our breathing. So the most important thing when we're doing our breathing is to stand up nice and straight, keeping that spine nice and tall. Shoulders back. We're going to bring the chest forward, lifting the chin slightly from the chest. We're going to take a big deep breath in through the nose and then exhale from the mouth. So we're going to take a breathe in and then we'll breathe out. We're going to hold each inhale and exhale for around about 8 counts. So breathe in again for 8 counts. And then out for 8. Breathe in. And breathe out. We're going to do 2 more. Breathing in through the nose. Okay, our final one. Again, breathing in through the nose. Hold for 8. And breathe out. Okay, we're now going to do some stretches. So we're going to do 2 upper body stretches and then 2 for the legs. So the first one we're going to do is just stretch out the shoulders. So we're going to take the arm across the body, across the chest, and bring the opposite arm in. We're going to just pull it forward and hold it there. We're going to hold each stretch for about 8 seconds and then release it. Okay, taking the opposite arm across, we're just going to bring that hand forward and pull it in towards yourself. And bring it down. Okay, the next one we're going to work is to the triceps. So we're going to lift the arm up above the ear, pull it back, and then just hold in onto the lower part of the arm. Bring it towards you and pushing the fingertips down to the middle of the back. And bring it down. Okay, on the opposite one, arms up past the ear, drop it behind, and then just add a little bit of pressure. And bringing it down. Okay, so just for the legs, we're going to take 1 step forward, lift the toe up in the air. We're going to relax, push our hips back, and just hold it. And we're going to come up, take the opposite foot forward, lift the toe in the air, resting on that back bent leg. And come up. Okay, so this one we're just going to take the foot up behind and holding onto it with your hand. Going to bring the opposite hand across and pull it in towards your back.
I've got a few people in the studio actually that are doing a workout with me at the same time. So, Shazzy, I was expecting you to do the workout as well.
Oh, what if I didn't have my like frozen on?
So, just
I'll be doing that workout.
And then gently lower it to the floor. Okay, so the first set of exercises that we're going to do today, we're going to be working the legs to start with. So we're going to do some lunges, okay? So with the lunge, we're just going to step forward. Okay, drop that back knee and pull the hips down to the floor. And then we're going to step back. We're going to go with the opposite leg into our lunge, dropping that knee almost to the floor and come back. So we're going to go for 10 of these. Keeping that back up nice and straight. Two more. And come up. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is a squat. So you'll have your feet hip width apart, shoulders back, back again nice and straight. We're going to bend the knees, sitting back, dropping the hips, and then coming all the way back into the standing position. Sit back, get nice and low to the floor, back into it. So again, we're going to do 10 of these. And one more. Okay.
I'm getting tired watching it.
I'm going to show you.
So do watch out for that full video on our Facebook page and 01642688104 if you would like to submit your workout videos as part of our montage for the end of Ramadan. So you haven't got long left now. So make sure you get out there. And if you want a copy of this video, drop us a message on our WhatsApp message, and we'll send you a copy on there as well. So when you want to follow it, you can even stream it on your TV. So it is a digital quality we can send you. So if you want it on WhatsApp, we'll send you. Just drop us a message on there, and you can then watch that and follow the routines on your TV or on your tablet, mobile phone, anything like that. So Shazia, let me just say goodbye to Gemma, who has been a great sport. And let's get this back on here. So what did you think about?
So much. I'm missing teaching so much.
Yes. So hopefully once this lockdown eases, you'll be back into your routine. And until then, you're just gonna have to do it virtually. It's not the same seeing your clients, just on the other end of the screen, because there's so much more to go with personal training. But I'm sure that they are. We got a few messages coming through as well on the live. Someone is watching you from all the way from Pakistan, Shazia. So yes, they want to be on the live, but not on this particular one. We'll send them a link to another program, and when amount comes, then you'll be able to contribute to that program as well. So we're going to need to take a quick break, and what we'll do is we'll be back after these short messages. So after the break, we'll be telling you a little bit more about what's happening over the next couple of weeks here on Ramadan Live. But we're going to just need to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages. So don't go anywhere. So let me see if I can it's a break one, isn't it? Yes, it is.
And now, it's time for commercial break. मुश्ताक दीदारां दे
मियां मुश्ताक ब्रदर्स और फैमिली की तरफ से आप सबको रमजान की बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो.
Ahmed Foods are Mushtaq Brothers, serving Teesside since 1967. Despite the current COVID restrictions, we at Ahmed Foods continue to offer our customers a first-class service, unparalleled choice and value for money. When visiting our store, please observe social distancing, as safety is of paramount importance. Visit us today for all your daily essentials: chapati flour, rice, cooking oils, fresh halal chicken, lamb, beef, and a huge range of dried food products and drinks. Ahmed Foods, 6 Northcote Street, Stockton-on-Tees. Telephone 01642 676636.
मम्मी भूख लगी, मम्मी खाना दो.
बेटा, मम्मी आपको आज खाना नहीं देगी, क्योंकि आज हम खाएंगे Hamza's Ramzan platter.
Ramzan special platter serves 5 people, 10 chicken drumsticks, 10 shish kebabs, 10 pieces of fish pakoras, Russian salad box, mint sauce, chutney, dessert, shahi halwa, all for only $19.99. Hamza's, the name to remember. 109 Waterloo Road, Middlesbrough. Call 01642 244 255 to order your Ramzan platters now.
Mayflowers, flowers for all occasions. Wishing a Ramadan Mubarak to all our customers. Why not put a smile on your loved one's face this Ramadan with the gift of colourful and beautifully fragrant flowers expertly arranged by our professionals. Flowers suitable for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, funerals, and more. Visit our Facebook page, Mayflowers Middlesbrough, now to see our wonderful floral arrangements. Call now on 01642 805 080. Delivery service available. Mayflowers. Flowers for all occasions.
This Ramadan, give your zakat in the name of Allah. With SKT Welfare, your zakat transforms lives, helping children go to school, providing clean and safe water, and enough food to eat. The coronavirus pandemic has left millions in urgent need. The time to act is now. Our 100% zakat policy means every penny will go directly to those most in need. Donate now on sktwelfare.org or call 0300 30 20 786.
Hello, Ellie here. Let me introduce you to Smoothprint.
Whether you need business cards, brochures for your startups, or posters to announce your grand opening, perhaps design a logo to further promote your business, we can do it all and much more in a record time and at affordable prices.
Smoothprint is your local professional design and print business, specializing in shop signage and vehicle graphics.
Our team of professional graphic designers will ensure that your corporate image and values are shown in a memorable, charming way, while the state-of-the-art digital printing technology we use will impress your business partners and potential customers and will add to your competitive edge.
Smoothprint, Unit 2, Victoria Street, Middlesbrough, just opposite Lidl. Telephone 01 642 688 400 or order online at www.smoothprint.co.uk.
आपके पाँव बहुत हसीन हैं, इनको जमीन पर मत रखिएगा, मैले हो जाएंगे।
अच्छा, अगर है इतना ही ख्याल तो ले चलो ना बोरो कारपेट्स एंड बेड्स के पास, जो है कारपेट्स और बेड्स में बेमिसाल।
जिनके शाना कारपेट्स एंड दीदार फर्नीचर आपके घर का नक्शा ही बदल देंगे। पूरे मिल्सबरा में घूम लीजिए, लेकिन आखिर क्वालिटी और कीमत हमसे बेहतर आपको कहीं और नहीं मिलेगी।
बोरो कारपेट्स एंड बेड्स, 131 पार्क लेन, मिडलसब्रा, टेलीफोन 01642 688 786।
अल्लाह की निशानियों में अल्लाह के घर उसकी निशानियां हैं। चंद सालों से दीन मतीन की खिदमत में मसरूफ अमल मस्जिद अल मुस्तफा सेंटर मिडलसब्रा की कलेक्शन बरोज हफ्ता 16 मई 22 रमजान मुबारक 5:30 बजे से इफ्तार तक होगी और ये अपील रेडियो रमजान पर होगी। लिहाजा तमाम मुसलमान बहन भाइयों की खिदमत में गुजारिश है, अपने मुरहुमैन के इसाले सवाब और अपने प्यारों की सेहत याबी के लिए मस्जिद की खिदमत करके अल्लाह की रजा के हकदार बनिए। इस नाजुक और मुश्किल टाइम में मस्जिद की खिदमत करके सवाबे दारैन हासिल करें। दुआ गो मस्जिद इंतजामिया अल मुस्तफा सेंटर।
You're listening to CVFM Ramadan Live.
You could try turn off the sun, I'm still gonna shine away, yeah, and tell everyone we're having some fun today. We can go wherever you wanna and do whatever you like. Let's just have a real good time.
Assalamu alaikum and a warm welcome back to Drive Time. You tuned into the Phat Family Show on this Tuesday evening with myself. Idris keeping company between 5 and 6, and it's fast approaching almost 20 to 6. I do have Shazia from Noor Fitness still with me on the other side of this video call, and I'm going to go back to her as well, and following that little break. And so Shazia, welcome back to you, and let's get rid of that. And can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So if people want any further information about sort of accessing mental health and support, there's a few good local charitable organizations, and Middlesbrough Stockton Mind is one of those that comes to mind. There are other sort of talking therapies and things like that as well. So what we'll do is we'll put a link on this live, and maybe we'll amend the description on there, put in some links to the services that people can access. But in terms of Middlesbrough and Stockton Mind, they do have a number of obviously they offer counselling and other support services, but they have lots of other projects as well. One of them being for older people, which is I mean, you've had some input into that project as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really good project that was. It was about sort of seeing what were the issues within our community, especially with the older group, and it was quite an emotional project, to be honest, because some of the things that we sort of learned through that project, because I think sometimes, you know, when you start to make off, you sort of seem to have, you know, a different thought process, but what we learned from that was quite surprising. I think the dynamics in the BME community are changing, and that project sort of highlighted a lot of that. You know, whereas a couple of years ago, what you would find is, you know, you were home more, women weren't working, it was more of a family unit, whereas now that changes. So even though sometimes a BME person can be living in a household full of so many people, they are still very, very lonely. So, for example, if daughter, son-in-law, kids are all at college, university, and work, so that elderly person is then left home alone. And that was one of the things that we've sort of noticed a lot that has happened, where the dynamics within the community have changed. So even though sometimes we sort of might perceive an elderly person, especially in our families, to be, you know, around a lot of people, that actually isn't the case. And that was probably one of the most crucial things that I sort of noted as to what's happening within our communities.
Definitely. And if you've not had any input into Aging Better Middlesbrough, it's a great initiative. Do go and check it out on the website. If you go to Aging Better Middlesbrough, if you just Google Aging Better Middlesbrough, they do have lots of activities for old people. So lots of ways to get involved with that particular project. Also, if you need to access any of the services, and especially around mental health well-being, do check out Middlesbrough and Stockton Middlesbrough Mind website as well, and you'll be able to access more information and advice on that as well. So, Shazia, we are encouraging people to obviously watch these videos. If they send us a message on our WhatsApp number, which is 01642 688 we'll be able to send forward them the videos as well. So they've got
videos.
Yeah. So we'll share them on the obviously on the Facebook page as well. But if people want them on demo, because not everyone has data all the time as well to stream them. So if they just want to just watch them and follow the routines at home, then that is a great way of doing that. And just get older people involved, because obviously we talked about social media and you know the both the negative and not so positive aspects, both the negative and the positive aspects of social media, but it can be utilized for good as well, and younger people can work with, you know, their nani nana dad, you know, the other members in the family, and encourage them to access as well for connecting and staying in touch with other members of the family.
I remember a couple of years ago, well, I went to Pakistan, I think about 10, 12 years ago. And I remember saying, you know, salam to my papa and thinking, God knows when I'll see you again. But thanks to technology, you know, we were able to FaceTime her when FaceTime came along. And I remember the first time when she spoke to us and could actually see us, she couldn't get over it. She was sat in JGA, we were sat in Middlesbrough, and then we showed her around my house, and then I spoke to my mum, who's and everyone. And I think that is the positive of social media, the fact that, you know, people who you love, who are so far away, who you lose contact with, you know, you could speak to them. But however, I think with what's happening in lockdown, I think we are sort of utilizing it in that way. The way, you know, normally I'd be my mum up in Pakistan and I'd FaceTime him at the moment, and I'm sure you are as well. Social media is very crucial for us to sort of speak to like our parents and our friends and family. So in that respect, it is very, very like, to me at the moment, it's very important to me to be able to see my mum's face, and social media allows me to do that. So yes, I agree, there's a lot of negatives, but definitely there's a lot of positives. And I think, you know, for our elderly at the moment, they, you know, a lot of them go to centres, they go to Tomorrow services, they go to, I think Stockton, they have a group, they've got Apna services, Middlesbrough. So there's loads of different groups that they go into. So can you imagine from that to being at home? That must be really difficult for them, because I'm sure the way we have our own little social circle of friends, I'm sure our daddies, our Masi and our aunt, you know, Jachis do as well. And they're missing that. And we are quite lucky. We can just pick up the phone and FaceTime a friend, or, you know, get a WhatsApp group together, like the Zoom, what we did for the walk. You know, 10 of us can come on straight away and talk to each other. But how do they do that? So, yes, what you're saying there.
So we're encouraging the younger members who are more tech savvy, who are, you know, on social media platforms, who know how the different apps work with the you know, elder members in the household, and try to get them, you know, aware of these services. And why don't you arrange a FaceTime or a WhatsApp group or a Zoom or something like that, and just connect them, you know, your family members, or, you know, if your granddad used to visit someone on a regular basis, but he has not been able to do that for a while because of the coronavirus lockdown, why don't you arrange a FaceTime for them? Why don't you arrange a Zoom session for them? So if there's because normally the elders used to maybe go to the masjid and then probably go for a walk in a park or something like that. They're not doing that. So I think it's up to other members in the family and those that are able to access sort of digital platforms to just engage with them and connect them and organize a session for them. So I think that would be a great way of just.
We are, has New Fitness, we are trying to open up a Zoom class for the elderly. So if anybody out there, if they've got grandparents who are lonely and they'd like to do some exercise, we'll be doing it at Nizaban. So we will, inshallah, be providing that service. And all you need to do is download the Zoom app, and Idris you're going to be making a video, aren't you, based on that as well. And we will then be able to sort of interact with them, and they can exercise with us. And the more people that can, this information could be shared with, the more people that we can help, because it goes back to that thing again about mental health. If they are staying indoors, you can imagine the impact that will be having on their mental health as well as their physical health.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, we'll share that video as well, and also what we're going to do is share an audio segment I've got on sort of mental health in Urdu as well. So I'm going to finish off the program with that. It's about 10 minutes or so of that segment. But Shazia, thanks for coming on to the program today. And in terms of the competition and the tablet giveaway that we're having, have you got any suggestions for our listeners in terms of what they can film and send in? Obviously, they've got the workout videos, but people can do all sorts of things, can't they? Different activities around the household. I give them some. We've already had some on people doing gardening, people doing like skills and things like that. So, what's your suggestions to our younger listeners and older listeners as well? What they can do?
Stairs are an amazing way to work out. There's so many things you can do with steps within the home. Even a chair. Like a chair can be utilized in so many different ways. You could do tricep dips on them. You could do so much core workout. To me, as a fitness person, I can make anything into my little workout thing. So don't sort of think, oh well, I don't have the equipment, because tins of beans, flour, the packets of these desi ghee that we got, we can actually utilize them in a different way. You could work out with them. Also. Something your kids, I would say utilize your kids. For example, sometimes I'll sort of challenge my kids and say, okay, I'll challenge you to so many steps and I'll do it in this amount of time. So there's so many different things that you are able to do. But what I would say is, even if it's something little, please do it, because keeping active, it just keeps you motivated. It just helps you with your mental and physical health, and that couple of seconds that you might spend doing something physical, it will have great impact on you, especially with what's happening with the lockdown.
That's some great advice there. So, Shazia, thank you so much for your contribution today. We'll be back with you next week, hopefully, and it'll be possibly our last program on the Fit Phat Family Show, and then after that, I'm just getting some messages. Unfortunately, we had some sad news. I can't say anything on the radio at the minute, but what I'll do is I'll play this audio segments and finish off the program with that. And what we'll do is this is all in Urdu. It's about mental health causes, symptoms, and treatments. It's all in Urdu, and we thought it'll complement our discussion that we had today. So it's Assalamu alaikum me for now, and it's goodbye from Shazia. Take care.
Bye.
इन हज़रात, आज हम आपसे जो बात करना चाहते हैं वो हैं ज़हनी अवारज़ या ज़हनी बीमारियां या ज़हनी सेहत, जिसे आप कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि ज़हन की सेहत ही आपसे जो काम करवाती है उसके अच्छा या बुरा होने का ताल्लुक आपकी ज़हनी सेहत से है। अगर आपकी ज़हनी सेहत अच्छी है, अगर आपका ज़हन मुतवाज़न है, जिस तरह के आपके जिस्म को खुराक की ज़रूरत होती है, इसी तरह आपके दिमाग को भी मखसूस खुराक की ज़रूरत होती है, क्योंकि आपके दिमाग में मुख्तलिफ एंजाइम्स हैं, मुख्तलिफ केमिकल मेडिएटर्स हैं, जो कि मुख्तलिफ बीमारियों में या बीमारियों के बग़ैर या चंद खुराक की कमी की वजह से या इन हार्मोन्स के इम्बैलेंस यानी इनके मुतवाज़न ना होने की वजह से पैदा होती हैं। तो ज़हनी सेहत या ज़हनी बीमारियां जो हैं वो आजकल इसलिए भी जो है तवज्जो का मरकज़ बन रही हैं कि आजकल ये दुनिया में चौथे नंबर की बीमारी है, यानी नफ्सियाती अवारिज़ या आपकी दिमागी सेहत के जो अवारिज़ हैं वो दुनिया में इस वक्त चौथे नंबर पे हैं। اور آنے والے چند سالوں میں 2020 سے لے کے 2024 تک یہ دنیا میں نمبر 2 بیماری بننے والی ہے. آپ اس سے اندازہ لگا لیں کہ جس تیزی کے ساتھ ہماری ذہنی حالت متاثر ہو رہی ہے یا ہماری دماغی حالت متاثر ہو رہی ہے، اس کے ہماری زندگی گزارنے کے پیٹرن، اس کے اسلوب یا اس کے نتائج کے اوپر کیا کیا فرق پڑ سکتا ہے. تو پہلے تو ناظرین یہ دیکھ لیں کہ ہماری دماغی امراض جو ہیں وہ 2 قسم کے ہیں، یا دماغی صحت جو ہے وہ 2 قسم کی ہے. ایک تو یہ ہے کہ آرگینک برین ڈیزیزز. آرگینک برین ڈیزیزز کا مطلب یہ ہے کہ آپ کا دماغ ہے، وہ دماغ جو ہے اس کے مختلف حصے ہیں. ایک بڑا دماغ ہے جسے سیریبرم کہتے ہیں، ایک چھوٹا دماغ ہے جسے سیریبیلم کہتے ہیں، اور اس میں مختلف حدود ہیں. اب وہ دماغی امراض جو کہ آرگینک ہوتے ہیں، اس کا تعلق آپ کے دماغ کی ساخت سے اور آپ کے دماغ کے اندر کچھ ایسی چیزیں پیدا ہو جائیں کہ جس کی وجہ سے وہ بیماری پیدا ہوتی ہے. خدا نخواستہ اگر برین میں ٹیومر ہو جائے تو ٹیومر جو ہے وہ بالکل سمجھ لیں کہ ایک دماغی کینسر کی قسم ہے، اور کئی قسم کے کینسر دماغ کو افیکٹ کرتے ہیں. اسے ہم آرگینک ڈیزیز کہتے ہیں. اس کے مختلف جو ہے اثرات پڑتے ہیں بدن کے اوپر اور ہمارے کام کرنے کی صلاحیت کے اوپر. تو ان کو ہم اس وقت ایک طرف رکھ دیتے ہیں کیونکہ آپ خوف زدہ نہ ہوں. یہ دنیا میں بہت کم ہے، خدا نخواستہ نہیں ہے. لیکن دوسری ہے سائیکوٹک ڈیزیزز یا سائیکیٹرک ڈیزیزز یا نفسیاتی ڈیزیزز، یا آپ کا ذہن جو ہے کس طریقے سے سوچتا ہے، کس طریقے سے عمل کرتا ہے، اور اس عمل کے نتیجے میں آپ کا بدن، آپ کا زبان، آپ کا کلچر کیسے متاثر ہوتا ہے. وہ سوشل کانٹیکس میں آتی ہیں. اس کو ہم سوشل کانٹیکٹ میں بھی لیتے ہیں. اور مختلف میڈیکل کی بیماریاں جو ہیں وہ کہ آپ کی ذہنی صحت کو متاثر کرتی ہیں. مثال کے طور پہ آپ جوڑوں کے مریض ہیں اور آپ کے جوڑ ٹھیک نہیں ہو رہے، اور وہ جوڑوں کا مرض جو ہے آپ کو چلنے پھرنے سے معذور کر رہا ہے، تو قدرتی بات ہے کہ آپ جو ہے آپ کا ذہن جو ہے متاثر ہوگا. تو میڈیکل ڈیزیزز جو ہیں وہ بھی آپ کی ذہنی صحت کو متاثر کرتی ہیں، جو کہ کم از کم اس وقت ایسٹیمیٹڈ ہے، یعنی جو تحقیق کی گئی ہے کہ اس وقت جو ہے جو لوگ ذہنی امبیلنس یا نفسیاتی امبیلنس یا میل ایڈجسٹمنٹ کا شکار ہوتے ہیں، وہ میڈیکل کنڈیشنز کی وجہ سے بہت ساری بیماریوں کا شکار ہو جاتے ہیں. اور سب سے پہلی بیماری یہ ہے ذہنی صحت کی، وہ ہے ڈپریشن یا تشویش یا اینگزائٹی. اب ہوتا کیوں ہے؟ ہوتا یہ ہے کہ ایسے لوگوں کی بیماری بڑھ جاتی ہے. ایسے لوگ اگر اسپتال میں داخل ہو جائیں تو وہ 1 ہفتے میں ٹھیک نہیں ہوں گے، وہ اندازاً ایک عام مریض کے مقابلے میں 4 ہفتے یا 6 ہفتے میں ٹھیک ہوں گے. ان کا میڈیکل بجٹ بڑھ جائے گا. میڈیکل بجٹ جو ہے ان کے گھر کے حالات اگر اچھے نہیں ہیں تو اس کو بھی اثر انداز ہوگا. تو ناظرین یہ دیکھیے کہ آرگینک ڈیزیزز کو چھوڑنے کے بعد ہمارے ذہن کی جو ساخت ہے اور اس میں جو ہارمونز افیکٹ ہو رہے ہیں، وہ ہارمون جو ہیں مختلف کھانوں سے، مختلف دوائیوں سے، مختلف حالات سے، گرد و پیش کے حالات سے متاثر ہوتے ہیں. ایک یتیم بچے کی مثال لے لیتے ہیں. بچپن میں اس کے والدین ایکسیڈنٹ میں مر جاتے ہیں. اب آپ دیکھیں اگر اس نے وہ ایکسیڈنٹ اپنے ہاتھ سے نہیں دیکھا، لیکن اسے ماں یا باپ کی ضرورت جلد پیش ہو جائے گی، اور 11-12 سال کی عمر میں وہ اتنا سینسٹیو ہوگا کہ وہ بار بار سوچے گا میری ماں کدھر ہے، میرا باپ کدھر ہے. تو آپ سوچئے کہ ان کے اثرات، اگر اسے بیلنس ماحول نہ ملا، اسے ماحول کی طرف سے ہمدردی نہ ملی، اس کے چاہنے والے، اس کی پرورش کرنے والے اس کو وہ ماحول نہ دے سکے، تو وہ ڈپریشن کا یا تشویش کا شکار ہو جائے گا. اور اگر اسے نیگلیکٹ کیا گیا تو وہ سبسٹنس ابیوز بھی کرے گا، وہ نشہ آور چیزوں کی طرف چلا جائے گا. اسی طرح کچھ اور عوامل لے لیتے ہیں. مثال کے طور پہ آپ اسکول جاتے ہیں اور آپ کے نمبر کم آتے ہیں. ماں باپ جو ہے بچوں کو سکولڈ کرتے ہیں، ڈانٹ ٹپٹ کرتے ہیں، یا اس کو کمپیئر کرتے ہیں مختلف دوستوں کے ساتھ، لیکن یہ نہیں دیکھتے کہ انہوں نے بچوں کو ماحول کیا دیا ہے. پڑھنے کا ایک ماحول ہوتا ہے. آپ کے اسکول میں بھی اگر پڑھنے کا ماحول نہیں ہے تو آپ کا بچہ اچھا ایجوکیشن حاصل نہیں کر سکتے. جیسا کہ آج کل کا ماحول ہے کہ اسکول بہت ہیں، بڑے بڑے اسکول ہیں، بڑے بڑے نام ہیں، لیکن بچوں کی ذہنی صحت متاثر ہو رہی. تیسری چیز ہے پاورٹی، غربت اور غذائی قلت. اب جو بچے بچپن سے غذائی قلت کا شکار ہوں گے تو ان کے ذہنی ہارمونز کہاں اچھے کام کریں گے؟ وہ کمزور ہوں گے، جسمانی طور پہ لاغر ہوں گے، ان کے پروٹینز، کاربوہائیڈریٹس اور یہ باقی چیزیں جو مختلف وائٹامنس کم ہوں گے، ان کی پرفارمنس اسکول میں اچھی نہیں ہوگی، وہ اپنے دوستوں کے ساتھ اچھے نہیں ہوں گے. اور اگر وہ कंपैरिजन में आ जाएंगे। अगर वो जो है अपने आप को दूसरे बच्चों के साथ कंपेयर करेंगे और अपना तनासब देखेंगे तो कहेंगे जी मैं तो मोटा नहीं हूँ, मैं वर्जिश नहीं कर सकता, मैं भाग नहीं सकता, या मैं क्रिकेट नहीं खेल सकता। ये सारे अवामिल फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता उसकी ज़हनी सेहत को मुतासर करते हैं। अब आ जाते हैं बड़े लोगों में। अगर आपको जॉब नहीं मिलती, आप पढ़े लिखे हैं, आपके पास 3 डिग्रियां हैं, जो माहौल है, और आपकी जॉब के ऊपर एक जो है सिफारिश वाला शख्स जो है वो कब्जा कर लेता है, फिर आप देखें कि उस शख्स की ज़हनी सेहत क्या होती है। जिस्म पे लगा हुआ ज़ख्म तो आपको नज़र आता है, जिस्म पे लगा हुआ ज़ख्म डॉक्टर को भी नज़र आता है, लेकिन दिमाग के ऊपर लगा हुआ ज़ख्म बहुत से लोगों को नज़र नहीं आता। और अगर आप इसकी तरफ तवज्जो नहीं देंगे तो ज़हनी बीमारी फैलेगी। क्या है वो? महरूमी। महरूमी के साथ ही एंग्जाइटी, और बच्चों में तो एंग्जाइटी डिप्रेशन दोनों चलती हैं। आपने देखा होगा आजकल बच्चे खुदकुशी करने लगे हैं, टीनेज के बच्चे खुदकुशी करने लगे हैं, इसलिए कि वो ज़िंदगी में वो सब कुछ हासिल नहीं कर पा रहे। चाहे वो गुर्बत की वजह है, चाहे वो लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन की वजह है, चाहे वो घर के माहौल को ख़राब होने की वजह है, या माँ बाप में से किसी एक का ना होने की वजह है, या बाप का नशावर अशिया इस्तेमाल करना और घर में मारपीट करने की वजह है, या सोसाइटी में किसी बच्चे को सेक्सुअल अब्यूज़ या मारपीट या हद से ज़्यादा जो है तकलीफ में रखा गया है। वो बच्चे जो कि घरों में नौकरियां करते हैं या छोटे बच्चे कारखानों में काम करते हैं, उनके साथ सेक्सुअल अब्यूज़ भी होता है, और साथ ही साथ जो है उसको जिस्मानी मशक्क़त के अलावा जिस्मानी मारपीट भी होती है। आप मुझे बताइए कि वो बदला कैसे लेगा? वो जब बड़ा होगा वो सोसाइटी से बदला लेगा। फिर आप देखें कि इर्द गिर्द पेश में देखें हिंदुस्तान, पाकिस्तान, मुख्तलिफ म्यांमार, शाम, सीरिया, इराक, ईरान, पाकिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान, कितने लोग जंग का शिकार हो गए। ये पढ़ी लिखी कौमें जो अपने आप को पढ़ी लिखी कौमें कहती हैं, ये वेस्टर्न कौमें जो अपने आप को तरक्की याफ्ता कहती हैं, सबसे ज़्यादा ये जहनी बीमार हैं, और ये अपनी जहनी बीमारियों का बदला ज़्यादातर मुस्लिम ममालिक से लेती हैं, या फिर ये है कि हमें गुर्बत के मुंह में धकेले रखती हैं। और जब गुर्बत आती है तो वो गुर्बत से पैदा होने वाले जो असरात हैं, ख़ासकर मुशक्क़त पेशा लोग जो होते हैं उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं। तो नाज़रीन, आज हम जो है चंद एक चीज़ें ऐसी आपको बताने वाले हैं कि ज़हनी सेहत से मुतालिक जो बीमारियां हमें मुतासर कर रही हैं उनमें है तशवीश या एंग्जाइटी, मायूस हो जाना और खफगान का शिकार हो जाना, काम काज न करना, रोना पीटना और ख़ुदकुशी करना यानी कि डिप्रेशन। फिर है इसके अलावा कि खौफ का शिकार हो जाना। मुख्तलिफ खौफ हैं, बाज़ खौफ इतने शदीद हैं कि जो कि आइंदा चल के आपको हार्ट अटैक का शिकार कर देते हैं या मुख्तलिफ बीमारियों की वजह बन सकते हैं। गो के वजूहात पहले से मौजूद होती हैं, जैसे कि ब्लड प्रेशर, डायबिटीज़, जोड़ों का दर्द, ये बढ़ना शुरू हो जाएगा। फिर इसके अलावा एक बीमारी है, वो ये है कि आप सोचते रहते हैं वहम। कहते हैं वहम का इलाज लुक़मान हकीम के पास नहीं। वहम के जो लोग शिकार होते हैं, अगर मामूली वहम हो वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन अगर हद से ज़्यादा वहम बढ़ जाए और आप बार बार देखें कि घर का दरवाज़ा बंद है कि खुला हुआ है, या बार बार आप कहते हैं मैंने ये सबक याद किया है, नहीं याद नहीं, वो आप बार बार पढ़ते हैं और इम्तिहान में जाके आप फिर गलती कर जाते हैं, आप ओवरवेल्म्ड होते हैं, आप तशवीश का भी शिकार होते हैं, आप वहम का भी शिकार होते हैं। और वहम यहाँ तक हो जाता है फिर कि लोग अपने घर की बनी हुई चीज़ें नहीं खाते, खुद बनाते हैं, खुद पकाते हैं, हर चीज़ में उन्हें गंदगी नजर आती है, लोगों से हाथ मिलाते हैं, हाथ बार बार धोते हैं। ऐसे लोग जो हैं वो आइंदा चल के जॉब छोड़ देते हैं या खुदकुशी कर लेते हैं और उनकी ज़िंदगी बड़ी मिजरेबल हो जाती है। फिर एक और बीमारी है दिमागी अमराज में, हम कहते हैं बाइपोलर डिप्रेशन, यानी वो बीमारी जिसमें कि डिप्रेशन के साथ साइकोसिस यानी जहनी बीमारी हद से ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है। ऐसा आदमी जो है वो इस तरीके से सोचता है कि मेरे पीछे कोई बात कर रहा है, मुझे कोई मार देगा, दीवार के पीछे मेरे दुश्मन खड़े हुए हैं। वो हर चीज़ में नुक्ताचीनी करता है, कभी वो खामोश हो जाता है, कभी वो कमरों में बैठ जाता है काम काज, और कभी वो एग्रेसिव हो जाता है, कभी मारपीट करता है। वो जहनी बीमारियों में सबसे ज़्यादा ख़तरनाक बीमारी है, और इसके भी बायोलॉजिकल और एंडोक्राइन वैल्यूज़ मौजूद हैं कि हमारे जिस्म में कौन कौन से एंजाइम्स, कौन कौन सी रतूबतें हैं जो कि इफेक्टिव हो जाती हैं। ऐसे लोग अमूमन जो है नशा करते हैं, ज़्यादातर चर्स, अफीम या मुख्तलिफ दवाइयाँ खाते हैं, और सोसाइटी के लिए इंतहाई ख़तरनाक होते हैं, क्योंकि ऐसे लोग लोगों को मारने में या तखरीबकारी फैलाने जो है तखरीबकारी फैलाते हैं। इसके अलावा एक बीमारी है मिर्गी। तो बराए मेहरबानी मिर्गी जो है वो जहनी बीमारियों में सोशल कंटेक्स्ट में भी देखी जाती है, नफ्सियाती कंटेक्स्ट में भी देखी जाती है, और ऑर्गेनिक डिजीज में भी देखी जाती है। लेकिन मिर्गी का मर्ज जो है वो काबिल इलाज है, इसकी कई किस्में हैं, और होना यही चाहिए कि हम लोगों को मिर्गी की जल्द तफ्तीश करनी चाहिए। मिर्गी जो है मुख्तलिफ हार्मोन्स की माँ के पेट के अंदर जब बच्चा होता है उसकी कमी की वजह से, फिर जो है पैदाइश के वक़्त, پھر پیدائش کے وقت کوئی چوٹ دماغ کو لگ جائے یا دماغ کو آکسیجن نہ پہنچے یا بچپن میں جن لوگوں کو خطرناک قسم کا ارکان ہو جائے وہ خطرناک قسم سے ان کو سینے کی بیماری ہو جائے یا بچپن میں اتفاق سے زچگی کے وقت وہ بچہ کہیں زمین پہ آپ سے گر جائے اور اسے دماغی چوٹ لگ جائے یا پھر بڑے پن کے اندر روڈ سائیڈ ایکسیڈنٹس بڑے کامن ہیں دماغ کو چوٹ لگ جائے تو دماغ کی ساخت متاثر ہوتی ہے اور اس کے ساتھ ہی مرگی کے دورے پڑتے ہیں جو کہ 1 منٹ سے 2 منٹ تک ہوتے ہیں جو انتہائی خطرناک ہوتے ہیں ان کے اوپر ہم بعد میں تفصیل سے ذکر کریں گے تو ناظرین اس پورے چیز کو دیکھتے ہوئے آپ دیکھیں کہ ذہنی صحت جو ہے یہ ایک بہت امپارٹنٹ جو ہے یہ ایک بہت اہم جو ہے بیماری ہے اس کی مختلف قسمیں ہیں اس کی مختلف وجوہات ہیں اور یہ جلد ٹھیک ہو جاتی ہیں بشرطے 3 قسم کے علاج کیا جائیں ایک ڈاکٹری علاج دوسرا روحانی علاج تیسرا سوسائٹی کا اس میں کیا رول ہے اور ڈاکٹر اس کے لیے کتنا ٹرین ہے اور اس بیماری کو جو ہے صرف یہ نہیں کہنا چاہیے کہ یہ پاگل پن ہے اور مریض کو بٹھا دیا جائے کمرے میں اور اس کو نہ خوراک دی جائے اور لیبل ہم اس پہ لگا دیتے ہیں کہ یہ ایک روحانی بندہ ہے جی اس کے اوپر پیریان ہے اس کے اوپر جو ہے جن ہے اور اس بچے کو جو ہے الگ تھلگ کر دیا جاتا ہے ہماری سوسائٹی میں ایسی بات نہیں ہے مرگی کے ساتھ بہت سے لوگ بڑی بڑی اونچی پوسٹوں کے اوپر ججز ڈاکٹرز انجینئرز مختلف جو ہے پوسٹوں کے اوپر پہنچے ہیں اس کا علاج ہے تو آئندہ جو ہے ہم سیریل وائز یعنی ایک طریقے سے آپ کو بتانا شروع کریں گے کہ ذہنی بیماریاں کیا ہیں
بس لیٹس بریک ٹیک اے بریک
ہاں جی ہیلو
سلام جناب کیسے ہو
جی وعلیکم السلام کیا بتاؤں یہ کرونا وائرس کی وجہ سے گھر سے باہر نہیں نکلا اور اب کھانے پینے کا سامان بھی ختم ہو گیا
پھر آپ نے فوڈ سٹی کو فون کیوں نہیں کیا
فوڈ سٹی
کورونا وائرس کی وجہ سے جو لوگ گھر سے باہر نہیں نکل سکتے انہوں نے ڈیلیوری سروس ان کے لیے مہیا کی ہے اور بزرگوں اور